Hey, welcome to the Virtual Pamphlet. My name is Rob, and I'm the host of this one-man show, coming to you every Monday, 6 a.m. UK time, except last week it didn't, and except this week is not also coming out on a Monday. But I have a good excuse for this week as well. Well, it's mostly the Super Bowl, basically. I did want to watch the show, before actually talking about it. So, and because I'm not in the US, it did air basically like at 10:30, like no, sorry, 11:30 actually, 11:30 p.m. So, yeah. But I did want to watch the show itself, and then I could sort of be able to comment on it properly. So yeah, this episode is a bit of everything pop culture this weekend, because quite a lot has happened, and I'm specifically thinking about the Super Bowl, of course, but then also the Opalite music video, and then also the Jennie and Tame Impala remix that dropped, and there's a bit of a situation with Erica Kirk choosing to air whatever, like to go on one of her other tours, whatever, while the Super Bowl was also on. And then there's also a bit of I want to talk about other good music that I've sort of started listening to this towards the end of the week. So there's a lot that has happened, and also, quite frankly, the very disappointing Super Bowl trailers. Usually every year it's a big event, but this year it seems like none of the studios wanted to really commit to any of these trailers, and I'm not sure entirely why, because there are big releases coming up this year, we'll get into it, I guess. But yes, let's start first with the Super Bowl. And because I'm going to be talking also about songs that I really enjoyed, I'm going to incorporate some of that now, and then some of that after our sponsor for the episode. But yes, we'll talk about music too. But Super Bowl, I don't know much about American football, but this is my second year watching the Super Bowl from afar, basically from across the pond, let's just say, and I've thoroughly enjoyed the experience multiple times already. So it's just very interesting. I mean, I do have a few American friends, so it's really nice to always get together, regardless of what's going on, basically, regardless of the event. But I feel like in this very politically charged moment, especially in the US, it was very important for the Super Bowl and for the halftime show specifically to go ahead as intended. Because I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure you guys do, because if you don't live under a rock, you might have heard of this, but a certain artist named Bad Bunny, Benito, performed as the halftime show performer. So it's quite the achievement, I think, also because this is not, again, as I said, a very politically quiet time. It's been quite tumultuous, specifically with Trump being an absolute menace on all fronts, and also very recently giving another example of why he's probably the worst person on the face of the earth, sharing on his own social media platform, whatever that one is called for the MAGA people, a cartoon-ish version of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama as monkeys. I know it sounds insane to even have to verbalize this, but how the fuck do you even think that that's okay to post? And I think what's even crazier about this whole thing is that Obama has always been incredibly respectful towards Trump, even when he had to, give him the baton after his term and for the first Trump administration and all that stuff. Trump has never had any nice words to say about Obama ever. He's always piled down on him. He's used racism specifically as a leverage to secure even more votes, which is frankly disgusting. And even to this day, even now, when there's no involvement from Obama into politics these days, as much as he used to be in, of course, there was no point. Like, there was no. There was literally no point in doing this. I don't understand why this was just triggered by itself, like by Trump. But again, this is just to give you a snapshot of where the U.S. is at the moment. Like, the president is literally tweeting racist shit. Like, this is just not tweeting. I guess that's the wrong word, because I don't know. Again, I don't care to know, and I do not want to know what the Trump like social media platform that looks like Twitter is called. But anyways, that's what happened. And recently, like literally this past week, before leading up to the Super Bowl. And so, like, having Benito, who is a Puerto Rican, be the halftime show performer is such a massive deal, specifically because I would say basically almost all of his songs, or if not all of them, are in Spanish. So he was going to perform only songs in Spanish, and he did. I mean, he did. And, you know, to have someone so, you know, still, like, he's still American, but, like, also very importantly, you know, representing a specific part of the US and talking about his experience in the US and about racism and wanting to represent the Latino community in such a charged racist time in the US, and just in general, like a white dominated US, very conservative. I think it was just, you know, very important that this happened. And I think it seems at least that, I mean, Hollywood and the music industry and everything else has always been very progressive and very left-leaning, at least in some capacity, and it's always been against sort of these right-wing conservative movements that are just always flaring up. So it's nice to see them take a stance once again and choose someone who, honestly, frankly, in this moment was needed for just the general public to see on the big screen, and all these people who tuned in for the Super Bowl itself. It was just the game, I mean. So that was insane. Like, I think it was a very good choice, and I think it really, like, you know, Benito really did the best he could in the situation. It was really much, again, something that brought us some sort of like needed fresh air in this very toxic environment that we currently are living in. So kudos to Benito, kudos to Bad Bunny, kudos to all the people who organized the halftime show. And let's talk about the performance. I thought the stage was incredible. Like, it just was amazing. It sort of, I assume, represented the town where he grew up in. It was just, like, you know, a bit of a rural setting, very cool. A lot of imagery of Latino communities, very, very nice, and just amazing. I mean, he was so charming as usual, very, very great, a good performer, and he just, again, as I said, performed only songs in Spanish, which is incredible, and the crowd loved him. The crowd was so head over heels and so loud, honestly, about this. So I really enjoyed seeing this live. It was such a good experience. I was really looking forward to seeing who was going to be his sort of like features, maybe. And not say that I was disappointed to see Lady Gaga as the first one. I'm not. I love Lady Gaga. I literally, like, you know, in my previous episodes, even when I ranked my favorite albums of the year from last year, I literally, Mayhem was up there. So I understand why he did it, though. I mean, she is a gay icon, basically, like a queer icon, basically, and he was really, like, trying to bring forward a message with this performance, and he very much did. So in that sense, really good. But my desire was to see Karol G, and I would have even done I Like It with Cardi B, you know, like they were on stage, by the way. They were at some point, the two of them, like Becky G and Cardi B, and Pedro Pascal and Jessica Alba, all these people were, like, on stage. But yeah, I would have really liked to see some Karol G moment. I mean, Lady Gaga sang a Latin version of, what was it called? If the world was ending, I want to be next to you. What was that song called? Oh my gosh. If the world was, you know what I mean. Anyways, so I thought she looked stunning. I thought she looked incredible. I thought she was so charming on stage. She's an incredible singer, of course, Lady Gaga. But also, I couldn't help but think, like, I really wanted to see some female Latino representation. That's all I wanted. So maybe you could have kept Lady Gaga, but also done something with Karol G in the other one. I don't know, something. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Overall the performance was incredible, and I think the highlight for me was the ending when he was like naming all the American, like even South American states and everything else. So that was so, I think, powerful with all the flags and everything else, and him just simply like being surrounded by all these people, leading them and leading them out of the stage. It was such a powerful moment. I really, really enjoyed it. So, I mean, gag. What else to say? The game itself, don't if you're here, don't expect me to talk about the actual game. I don't know shit. So I enjoyed it though. I did enjoy the game to be quite frank with you, and I did think that the Seattle Seahawks were quite good. I could tell that they were like really dominating, like defensively as well, but also they just were so good. Like literally, you could see the team just being so synchronized. It was just incredible to see. Like they were just stepping their feet on on the Boston's Patriots necks. Like it was just incredible. So yeah, lo and behold, I was actually entertained by the game. Yeah, so that's sort of the Super Bowl parenthesis. I did see also that there were more celebrities, but they barely showed them on screen this time around, which was really interesting. But yes, let's go Super Bowl. I'm excited for the next one. I mean, this was an incredible honor for Benito. So amazing stuff. Yeah. Now let's get onto the Opalite music video. I want to talk about Taylor Swift's music video, and I think apart from the music video itself, I really want to talk about something very specific, which is her choice to release the music video, debut. Let's just say the music video, because I think she has released it now on YouTube, but to debut the music video on Apple Music and Spotify, and that was such a moment, such a interesting change, I guess, from the usual strategy, because in a bet again, most artists will be following in her steps, because now the way that people Billboard charts stuff on the charges, like the way they calculate points, I guess it's no longer through YouTube music videos as well, but they only count streams and sales. So YouTube views are now not counted, basically. So that was a moment, really a big moment. So, and I mean, she did it specifically because so she could like draw more streams solely on the music streaming platform. So that was such a smart move, I think. She really is such a clever businesswoman, if I have to be honest. Like, just I'm always in awe of what she does. And then the music video itself was just, I think, such a nice, cute music video. I've seen people really, raving about the music video. I liked it, but I wouldn't say it's like the best music video she's ever done. I do prefer the Fadophilia music video over this one. Like the Fadophilia music video is just pure cuntiness, like pure performance, pure showgirl moment. But this one was more like quirky. I mean, the storytelling in this music video was pretty fun. The cameos were incredible, and the story behind the music video is even more interesting. So that's probably why I think people are really raving about this, like in terms of the Graham Norton show when she appeared what was it, like promoting his her album, and she was part of the hosts, I guess, like where all the other people were like invited to the Graham Norton show for that episode, where it became basically part of her music video, because one of the actors said to her that he wanted to be in her music video, and then that's apparently where she got the idea from, and she did cast all of them in the music video. And of course, when Taylor Swift asks for something, people will do it, and as they should, you know what I mean, as they fucking should. So yeah, I mean, the music video itself is very clearly explanatory. Like, it goes well very well in hand with the actual message of the song. You know, like building your own happiness, and like Opalite being like a man-made stone. That's just the whole metaphor of it all. And love is something that you have to like, you know, sort of work towards yourself, and you can create your own happiness by, you know, striving for being better in general, and eventually you will, you know, find your way in that sense. So that was really cool. And so, you know, the using the Opalite as the name of a cleaning product that will, like, you know, replace what makes you unhappy to with something that you like, was very, you know, in theme with the song. Also, Taylor Swift brunette is just, she brings a different vibe. You know, she had some fake freckles on, and it was just very, very cute to see. I think she just is very much in her element when she does like these type of quirky music videos. If I have to be honest, like this reminded me a bit of We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together in terms of music video quirkiness in that sense, and she really is thriving in that element, I think, Taylor Swift. But I do still think that the Fate of Ophelia is the moment. I'm hoping for if she'll do another music video, which I'm not sure if she will. To be fair, I hope it's going to be Father Figure. I really hope so. But that song should have been released. A music video for that should have been released during Christmas. Everyone was saying like Opalite is the Christmas song. No, Opalite is a summer song, and Father Figure was the Christmas song on the album. Like, literally, please, let's open our ears, man. So I'm hoping if there's ever another music video that is going to be about that. But yeah, I'm curious to see if people are going to take the cue from her about, you know, the strategy for streaming and all that stuff. It seems like, you know, she's trailblazing once again with these strategies for marketing and for, you know, the charts. And she is very clever about this. So I think it's a gag. Yeah, amazing. So what's next? What really impressed me? I want to talk about it slightly, very, very quickly about two releases musically that I really, really enjoyed. The first one, let's just say, it's a remix of Tame Impala's Dracula from his album, and it's a remix with none other than Jennie from Blackpink. Like, consider me shocked when I heard the song. She actually worked on new lyrics. She actually collaborated on she slightly altered the production as well. She had multiple parts in the song. She also spit some bars. She had some vocal, you know, background vocals in it. It was just so well edited and like so well remixed. Like, usually when you do these like remixes with like different artists after it, they just never really feel well polished, or they just like feel a bit clunky. But this one was so well done. Like, literally, I think she took the song even to another level, and I really enjoyed Dracula by itself, but I think this was it. Very smart of Jennie. Jennie seems to be getting every like, you know, every month I seem to be thinking about it, and I'm like, she really is the most like musically adventurous person out of the 4-member group Blackpink. Like, she is the most interesting, as the most tasteful, let's just say, out of the girls in terms of music. Let's just go listen to Ruby, and it's the most unique project out of the 4 albums of the 4 girls, you know. Like, she is so clever with what she does, and she has very interesting, tasteful collaborations, I think, that are just so unheard of from the world of K-pop in general. So yeah, I'm very, very, very impressed. Every day I wake up and I'm like, damn, Jennie's like really up to something with this. And I wouldn't be surprised if for her next album that she's talking about, that she's like working on, if he, like Tame Impala, is producing some of the songs. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Like, this surely must have sparked some other interest in both of them, I think. And she was really, really excited about this. So I wouldn't be surprised if she asked him to like produce some of the songs for her album. That would be such a good choice. I think it really suits her vibe as well, and would be a bit of a different take on an album. Like I was really wondering, like, how is she gonna, what is she gonna venture in terms of production and everything else and sound for her next era? And I think this could be an answer. If I have to be honest, I think it really does, and she really even rapped on some of the beat here, and it sounded so good. So I'm saying yes, it is. I'm really saying yes. And then I also want to talk about, still in the realm of songs, I guess. Um, Sombr, like, what is going on? I literally never thought I'd see the day where I like actually started like properly coming around to Sombr. I've liked some of his songs. 12 to 12 is like just really my favorite. Was my favorite, I would say. Now this one, the new one, Homewrecker, which I think is just a standalone single for now, but I'm wondering if it's going to be part of an album. Homewrecker is my jam. I haven't stopped listening to it ever since it came out on Thursday night. Thursday, I can't remember, or Friday morning, I can't remember. Just so good. Like literally, the song is just so. I can't, it's still in the realm of what he does, but there's a bit of like more. I don't know really how to explain it, if I have to be honest. Like there is something there that is more like maybe British band. I don't know how to explain it, but there is something like that, like British band, in the way the song is produced. There's a lot of live instruments in it, which I really like. Very groovy song, so good, so good, and his vocal performance is also so good. His voice is like, I didn't know he had this game in him, like specifically in the song, he's just really showcasing vocals. Like from the falsettos to like the actual bells and everything else. I'm really impressed. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. And if this is the start of a new era, I'll definitely be tuning in. Like this is just really, and the video. Oh my god, the video is like Western inspired, and the like triangle of love in this music video is him, Milo from the guy who was going to be playing Flynn Rider in the live action Rapunzel, and Tangled, and then Quen Blackwell being the main girl, the main love interest or whatever. It's just such a good music video, so well shot. I was just literally like jaw drop. But yes, Homewrecker and Dracula, the remix, are going to be in the songs of the week. But before we get into those, let's hear from the sponsor, and I'll give you then more songs of the week. Stay tuned. Guys, not to be dramatic, but now more than ever, the only thing that is really keeping me alive is coffee. Like without coffee, there wouldn't be any podcast at all. Like for real, for real. So I've been drinking Afuera coffee, and it's actually so good. It's specialty coffee sourced from Rainforest Alliance certified farms in Central and South America. So it really tastes like super rich, smooth, and it's also, most importantly, ethically sourced, which makes me feel like a slightly better person. So their packaging, again, also is very, very eco-friendly. It's super recyclable, compostable, and we love that. We support that. We support brands like this, and they donate 5% of sales back to charities protecting the outdoors as well. So if you want to do something nice for yourself, but also for the rest of the world, use code Overshare Pamphlet for 15% off at afueracoffee.com. It's AFUERA coffee.com. I earn a commission when you use my code, so even by doing this, you also support my podcast. And thank you for supporting the show and enabling my caffeine addiction. Thank you very much. Let's get back into the songs of the week. Right, so to end the episode, apart from as I said like before, the Dracula remix with Jennie and the new sombr song, I have 3 extra songs to talk about. First one is Grace Vanderwall, Prettier. I have still been following I've been following Grace Vanderwall ever since her America's Got Talent thing, where she was like, the ukulele kid that went super viral, whatever. But this song, so cool, production wise, very like power ballady, very cool. There's like a little drum set like break in the middle of at the end of each chorus, very very good. I just really like the melody. Like I do think she has a bit of an incredible knack at just writing very catchy hooks, and this is one of those cases. So if you remember Grace Vanderwall, go support Prettier. Like that song is just really really nice, very catchy, very power ballady. So if you like any of that, I think you should go and support our girl, our girl, our girl. Then I have Kiss by Claire Rosenkrantz. That's like, she keeps on making my lists every now and then. And this song specifically is so different, I think, for her specifically. What? I said specifically twice. Anyways, this song, the way it starts, it literally reminds me of Say My Love to Your New Lover by Adele. Like the guitar riff is very similar to that, but then it just goes into a completely different direction. This is like very Old Wild West coded in that sense. The way it just goes, like the melody, even the way the cadence that she has, sounds like an Old Wild West song for whatever reason. But then the chorus is like very different. There's like a crescendo in the way she like sings. Like she sings in a falsetto tone in this. It's just really, really, really nice. A very catchy song, very pop, very cool. I really like her stuff. I keep on. I don't follow her like religiously, if I have to be honest. But every now and then, one of her new songs comes around my shuffle, and I'm like, oh my god, this is really good. I'm like really drawn towards it. So, gag. And then we have Cosmos by Xanadelphia. I don't know anything about this artist, but this song is really, 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 really cool. Like it's an R&B song, but with like mostly live instruments rather than being like a synth based R&B song. And I think what really also sticks out to me, well, apart from the melody and the chorus being very, very catchy, but her voice is like a bit husky and gritty, I guess. Yeah, so I think her performance here, the vocal performance that she has, is just really, really cool. And she just has a very interesting voice, a very unique voice for R&B. So I'm really, really a fan of that. I really thoroughly enjoy that. But yeah, these are my extra 3 songs that I wanted to just like, give you guys, apart from the other 2 that I raved about already. And yeah, just check it out. If you want to check them out, you can just simply go on Spotify and search the Original Pamphlet Song of the Week dash whatever month and year we're in. So this will be in the February 2026 playlist. And with that said, you can follow me on all my socials, which are linked in the description of the episode, in all episodes to be fair. But yeah, follow me wherever. I'm going to be sticking to my schedule, I hope, for next week, because the past 2 episodes have all come out at random ass times and random ass days. But there's been reasons for both episodes, so I'm hoping for next episode I'm going to be able to go back to regular schedule, and you guys can tune in Mondays 6 a.m. UK time. So yeah, catch you in the next episode. I hope you guys have nice Valentine's Day plans, and if you don't, just go out with your friends and slay up. Love is in the air. We shall see. We shall see. Bye guys. Bye. Bye.